There's two steps to putting banner advertising on your directory. The first step is to upload the image itself, that's known as the creative, the graphic. The second stage is to actually place that creative, that graphic, into an ad section. So this section is the header leaderboard section, and we're going to have a look first of all at how to put an advert in there. So let's go over to the advertising section, and you may recall that the banner ads are run by a system called AdRotate, which is a free plugin, and we have customized it to our needs. First thing we're going to need to do is add the graphic, so we need to go to Manage Ads, and then we need to click Add New. And this is where we add the details. So I'm going to add a creative that I have on the system, on my computer system, and I'm just going to give this the title of Bank Leaderboard. You may want to put in ad sizes just to remind yourself. And in the ads section, I'm going to use this piece of code. So this is this part is telling it to use the actual image that I'm going to upload, and this part is telling it to make that image a link to a link and a target that we're going to set below. So make sure you use this piece of code. You can either copy it from here or copy it directly from some of the other ads which are already defaulted in the system. Underneath it says activate. We're going to leave that as yes, this ad will be used. We're going to come down to this section. We want to enable click tracking, and what is the actual target URL that we want people to go to when they click on the banner itself. So in this case I'm just going to put google.com, and then we need to choose the banner image, the creative or graphic, to use with this particular ad. So if we press select banner, we can either use a creative that we've already uploaded, or we can choose upload files and select the file from our computer. In this case I'm going to choose a banner that we've already uploaded, so I'm going to choose that. So that puts the URL of that banner into this section here. Scrolling on down, we're going to go to the actual schedule, and we're going to say that we want to run this banner from today, which is the 8th of June I think, and we're going to run that to, let's just say 2020 at the end of that particular year. Okay, now you can put whatever you like in this section. Now we would then click Save Advert, and that advert will be added to our list of banners that are on the site. There it is, but you'll notice that it's not assigned to a group yet. So this is the step 2. We need to actually assign the ad to a group, which allows the ad to be placed where we want it on the site. So if we pop over to groups for a moment, you'll see that there's various default groups that have already been set up. and the one we want is the header leaderboard. So the leaderboard is really the size of the ad, 728 by 90 pixels, and it's in the header, so that's why that particular group has been called header leaderboard. The way that particular group has been set up is to display in a dynamic mode. In other words, it shows a different ad every few seconds, so we can add more than one banner ad to that actual group. The sizes are here, we don't need to touch anything there. If we scroll down, these are the actual ads that we can choose to use in that section, and the ones we've ticked are the ads that are actually being used. So you can see there's a couple ticked there, and there's another one here. Here's the last banner ad that we put onto the system, the bank one. Now if I put a tick in there and save the group, and then if I reload the home page, we should see the new banner ad appear in this section, and there it is. If we go back to the actual ad itself, so I'm now in Manage Ads and I'm clicking on Bank Leaderboard. Here's the details we added earlier. You'll see that there's an actual preview of the ad itself. If we scroll to the bottom, this section has select groups, so we can choose which group to put it in. Now you'll remember that I chose to put it in the header leaderboard group, so you'll see there's a tick next to that. If I want to change that and put it in a different area, say on the home page leaderboard, which is this ad here, this ad group here, all I need to do is to add it by placing a tick. So you'll see that that group is the home page leaderboard above listings. So we should see that here once we add and save the advert there. Now I'll do a refresh on this page. Actually, I'm on the wrong page here. I'm on a category page, and that was a home page ad. So let's go back to the home page. We should see it in this section here. I think it should be the next ad that comes up, and there it is. So that's how you add an advert, a banner ad, and how you put it in a group. What we're going to talk about next is how you set these actual groups. So this was the header leaderboard. Now let's look at this particular group here. Now we said that that was the homepage leaderboard above listings. So let's just go to that group a moment and have a look at it. Homepage leaderboard above listings. Now let's see how this is set up as a group. Now we can see that one of the settings is apply on listing page and home is selected. Now what that's saying is that any ads in this group will be shown in that leaderboard position on the home page. So this is purely for the home page, which is why we didn't see it on the category page So if we switch over to category page, this leaderboard will not show that advert because this isn't the home page, and this is applied to the home page. Now let's take a look at that category page and see how we would apply a different banner to this section. So first of all, let's upload a new banner, and what I'm going to do, add new, is add a new banner called app leaderboard. So again, I'm adding a large banner. Again, I'll paste in the code that's needed. Yes, this ad will be used. If you want to stop the ad from being used, you can change to no, don't show this ad anywhere. Perhaps a customer stopped paying you, or whatever reason, you can just switch that over from that setting. Again, I want to enable click tracking. I'm just going to put our friend Google into the target URL for the moment and select the banner. This time I'm just going to drag and drop banner ad into the system and choose it. Let's put the image URL in there. Set the end date of the advert. This time I'm going to choose homepage leaderboard above listings, and that's the only group that I'm going to choose for this advert. Click save, and sorry, I've chosen the wrong one there, just to show you what I should have chosen is category view, because we're looking at placing on a category page, not the home page. We've done the home page one, so excuse me, I put it in the wrong section there, so that should have been ticked on category view. I then save the advert, and what we'll do is reload this page, and we should get to see that new advert in this group above the listings, and there it is. So that's assigning a banner ad to a group, in this case under the health and beauty category. The subcategory is gym and fitness, but that will show on all category pages. So if we choose shopping, perfume, there's the ad, and if we chose the category web design, we still see that ad. Now another group area that we have available is search results above the results. So that would include doing a search for, let's just say I'm doing a search for a gym. Click search. Here's the search results returned. This leaderboard ad here relates to this search results group. So let's just try putting an ad in there for a moment. So let's create a new ad. And let's call this Lawyers Leaderboard. I'm going to remind myself of the size again just to make sure. I'm going to copy this code from this other advert, pop that in the ad code space, enable click tracking. Link to our best friends over there. And let's choose the banner by uploading a new one, choosing it, and putting in the end of 2020 again. And this time we'll choose the search results group and save the advert. So if we refresh this search, or let's just run another search for Jim again, and we should see our new ad in that section. And there it is. Now I should say as well that you can set the actual groups to show a single advert. So in the search results group here, instead of being set as dynamic, we can set that to show one ad at a time. In our case, we want it left on dynamic mode, and it will show a different ad every few seconds. And the automated refresh is set for 6 seconds, so it will show a new ad for every 6 seconds. You can change that, but the banner ad width and height have been set here, so you don't need to touch those. But you will note that the search results group is applied to the search results pages. Okay, you'll notice there's still some more settings in here. So we can set a banner ad on the premium page. So if we went to, if we go to the home page a moment, if we click View More Premium Listings, you'll see there's a banner at the top above those listings, and then the way we set that is to use the group Premium Listings Page Leaderboard. So if you assign an ad to that group, it will show on that page. And we have the same for featured listings, basic listings, and free listings. But you'll note that they're all set up to show one ad at a time. If you want to change that, you need to put it into dynamic mode. Now, before we finish this brief tutorial on banner advertising on the site, let's just take a quick look at some of the other groups. We know we've got this bottom section here with some adverts in, so let's have a look how we've placed them. Now, they're actually in the footer of the site. So first of all, let's go to Appearance Widgets, and we'll see that we've got 4 footer widgets set up here, and we're using text widgets in each of them. And the text widget contains a shortcode. So this is footer 1 and relates to this area here. And what we've got is a shortcode for banner ad 23. So that's ad number 23. So if we go to manage ads a moment, we can see that the ad ID 23 here is the ad that is showing in that footer section. So let's just have a look at it. This is the ad here. So we can see it's a 320 by 100 pixel. See the ad code. Set up just like all the other ads, but we've actually placed it by using a shortcode in a text widget in the footer. Okay, and very similarly we've placed a group of ads. If we look at the one before, that was an actual banner number 23 or banner ID 23, whereas in this widget we've placed a group number 4. So let's just have a quick look at the group by going to manage groups with group ID 4. So here it is. So we've got this footer ad 320 by 100 pixels. It's not applied to any page, and we've got it on default show one ad at a time. You can see the ad size here, the automated refresh seconds, and we can see that these particular ads that are selected are all selected to show in this widget area. So all these group 4 ads will display here. They'll display one at a time, so it won't always appear as this ad, but it's not a dynamic. We haven't set it up as a dynamic area. And I'm just refreshing the page here. You can see that some of these ads will change. So that's that group changing. And if we have a look at what we've got in footer 3, so again we've got the same group here, and in footer 4 again we've got the same group. So we can change that. We can set up a new group or whatever, but you can see that you can add groups by a shortcode, and you can also add particular banners, individual banners, by using a slightly different code. Where do we get these shortcodes from? Well, if you're going to groups, so we're looking at that footer banner group here, and we'll see that under usage we have a shortcode which we can use. Similarly, in the ad section, ad ID 23, if we look at that one again, come down to usage, and we'll see that there's a shortcode that we can copy and paste into the text widget here. Another way of arranging your ads is to just use the ad rotate widget itself. So if I drag this over into this footer section a minute, we can actually tell it to use a single ad and put the ID in, click save, or we can change it to a group of ads, number 4, and click save. We can also use a title. We could actually say ads, and that would appear just above the actual group of ads there. Or you can put any title and description you want in there. So that's two different ways of showing ads in any particular widget. So you can fit them into the footer widgets, and of course you can fit them into your sidebars. So if we look here on the claim and listing page, right sidebar, so let's go there for a start. Claim and listing, I'm trying to remember where it was. There we are. So I'm on the claim and listing page, and here's an ad group here, or an ad section, and we can see that in the widget we've used the word ad in the title, which we can see there, and we're using a single ad, ID number 46. So this ad is ID number 46, and if we go to manage ads and go to 46 there, we should see that exact ad. You can see I'm using the same code in the ad code. There's a preview of the ad, and there's the target URL, banner image. Let's see, I've put in an end date, and it's not ticked in any group there. So it's not ticked to show in any group. What I've done is simply used the ad rotate widget to place the ad, and they can be used in any of these widgets. And the header widget, this one up here, you can see has been placed using an ad rotate widget. Group of ads with ID of 9. Now lastly, I just want to very quickly run over the settings, which are already set up for you, but if you want to make any changes, you feel free to do that. We can see the top section is about access rights, so it's about managing the ads and who can delete them, who can edit them, and that sort of thing. So it's all set to the administrator at the moment, but if you want to make changes to that, you can do. We've enabled the stats to track the clicks and impressions. We've put in some user agent filters. Now if you're using WordPress Super Cache plugin or Total Caching plugin, you can check these boxes so that it works better on your website. These are all sort of settings that have been used to optimize the plugin on the site. You can make changes if you wish, but it should work without making any changes. Now, there is a pro version of this plugin, which is a paid for option. It's not from us, it's from the developers of Ad Rotate. Great company, and they do great work, but again, it is paid for. You will need to pay for it, and there are some issues that you would have if you were to change to the pro version. You'd need to do some recoding or get a coder to do some recoding. The free version, which comes with our package, is set up to be used on our directory, and there's coding involved in that to make it work properly with our directory. If you installed Ad Rotate Pro, it would not work like our system works. so there would need to be recoding. We are not responsible for that. We can't really help you with that. You would need to discuss that with your own coding team or your own freelancers. One thing I did forget to show you was in the Manage Ads section. You probably saw on the right hand side here the statistics, so we can see how many times a particular ad has been shown and how many times it's been shown today, the number of clicks on that particular ad, the number of clicks today, and the click-through rate. So you'll be able to see that on any ads that you have. And that's it for this banner ads tutorial, and thank you for your time.